Everyone is going to lose their humanity under this system. Everyone's going to be made a slave under the system. Everyone stands to lose under this system. And that's why they've got big pharma and big think tanks and big PR firms. And I knew this attack was coming, so they shouldn't think they're having a victory. I've been announcing it for years. They announced that they would have illegal propaganda now and make it legal last year. They announced they'd go after alternative real media last year. It's now hitting this year. And we expected all of this, and this is a great victory. That we're able to be engaged by the enemy at point-blank range is an incredible honor, and at a spiritual level will only raise the power we have in everything we do. And that's something the enemy and their three-dimensional thinking don't understand. That everything they do against us will have an opposite and just as powerful, an equal and opposite reaction in God's plan. And so I'm ready. I'm ready for the challenge. I'm ready for the full attack. Put me in the arena. Beam me up, Scotty. I'm ready. All right, I want to go to your phone calls ahead of, I will cover spy agencies fund climate research and hunt for weather weapon. London Guardian, as they call for a global government climate control agency. That's their cover for weaponizing weather. Oh, you're all dying from droughts. We're battling that right now. Don't worry. When any meteorologist can look at what they're doing and tell they're causing it. We're also looking at unvaccinated families. Addresses should be made public. Terrorizing those that won't take the deadly vaccines. That's coming up. Large Hadron Collider detects superparticles. A brighter vision of dark matter. That's all coming up. NSA is bracing for new leaks. ISIS closing in on more Iraqi cities. As our troops have to go fight the people our own government helped fund with Benghazi weapons transfers and others. But right now, let's go to your phone calls. Let's talk to Michael in Toronto, Canada. You're on the air.
Hey, Alex. Michael here in Toronto. I'm a long-time listener, first-time caller. First started listening to you when I saw Dark Secrets Inside Bohemian Grove way back in probably 2002. And
that's been out since 2001, and they're trying to take that down for copyright violation right now on YouTube, even though all the footage is shot by us and owned by us. They're trying to take basically all our videos down right now. What do you think that signifies?
It signifies the rise of the police state more than ever. I mean, things are getting worse and worse by the week, by the month. I think it's obvious to all of us.
Exactly. So, folks, please, we still have the podcast, the affiliates, the links. We're growing so fast. That's why they're scared of us. Tell everybody about the show. I mean, they're trying to shut us down. That shows they're scared. The answer is expand the broadcast. Tell everyone you know about the broadcast. It's just an emergency alert. We're under attack in so many ways. I'm not whining. I'm just saying we're in the fight. Go ahead.
Yeah, hi. What I wanted to talk about today, I'm actually, born in Canada, but I'm of Ukrainian background, right? So I highly identify with being Ukrainian, of course. If you ask me what I am, I say I'm Ukrainian, right? But what I wanted to talk about is that, obviously we know that, George Soros and gang and a lot of U.S. backing has helped instigate the
yeah, they brag about it. They brag. They say they did the whole thing.
Yeah, exactly. And now the thing is, though, what I want to say is that from a Ukrainian perspective, though, one thing that they've played on is that, of course, we have a bad history with the Russians.
Oh, the Russians have done horrible things to Ukrainians.
Exactly. And so the thing is, basically, just want to make it clear that, when the Kievan Rus started, Kiev was the capital, right? It was the capital. Moscow only came into power in the 1200s. And, Christianity came to the Kievan Rus in 988 AD. So there's a bit of a time gap there.
Well, isn't there an argument that Russia was basically founded by Ukrainians anyways?
Exactly. So a lot of Ukrainians kind of resent Russian meddling in Ukrainian affairs.
But, I mean, it is Ukrainian culture that founded Moscow, so don't you get why the Russians are so obsessed with it?
I guess we kind of resent their involvement, and, we resent their overlording, that they've overlorded Ukrainians for centuries.
Yeah, they have. So, they've killed millions of Ukrainians.
Killed millions, with Stalin's works, and then...
I totally agree, but, I mean, George Soros just wants to get a big fight going, and the Russians aren't going to back down. That's all I'm saying. is that it'd be better for Ukrainians to kick everybody out, like Ron Paul says. Tell the Russians and NATO, take a hike.
Yeah, I think we're being used as a pawn. We're being used as a pawn, unfortunately.
I agree. That's the fact.
And I just want to make it clear to everybody that, we resent the overlording, and, we've been used as a pawn, and we're stuck in the middle. And
hey, brother, I resist and resent the overloading of the Federal Reserve. I get it. I'm sick of all this overlording, and I hear what you're saying. I mean, Russia has been villainous towards Ukraine, but the cultures are so mixed together, they have a much bigger claim than George Soros, the Nazi collaborator, does, fomenting this new uprising, which isn't meant to free Ukraine, but is meant to further enslave it to the EU.
Exactly. We're like, subject to a new master now with the EU and the IMF, and it's pretty sad all around. I mean, it's not good. Another point I just wanted to bring up is about 9/11. Obviously, I followed your website since 9/11 happened. It was just, you were right on top of that whole situation, immediately. And one thing I just wanted to bring about, there's actually this one website called True Life in God, otherwise known as TLIG.org. There's a Greek Orthodox lady, believe it or not. She got the 9/11 prophecy 10 years to the day before it happened, September 11th, 1991. So believe it or not, what was actually said to her, Jesus had said to her, the earth will shiver and shake, and every evil built into towers with a capital T will collapse into a heap of rubble and be buried in the dust of sin. And I'll tell you what happened. About a year and a half after 9/11, I was in my bedroom reading the book of Genesis, just genuinely reading the story. I'm in like chapter 30, and for some reason I start flipping back the pages, and I look down and I see the word Babel. Guess where the word Babel is in the Bible?
Genesis.
It's actually verse 9 of chapter 11. It's like encoded 9/11.
Tower of Babel.
Yeah.
Amazing. I get it. 9/11 is the Tower of Babel. Wow, it's really incredible. Thank you so much for the call. Now, I just spent a whole 10-minute segment with one caller. We've got like 20 callers. Matthew, Tim, Brad, Jerry, Pam, Judith, Gabriel, and many others. I'm going to come back, because I got a bunch of news to hit, and try to get through these calls as fast as I can. Let's go to one more right now. Matthew in California, go ahead.
Mr. Alex Jones, the Jones Meister. Hi, sir. Good to talk to you. Been a long time listener and a fan of yours, and I know you're always saying you want your listeners to go out and fight the info war. The way I chose to do it was when I heard about infidel body armor on your show. I went ahead and made a purchase. I got myself a nice carrier with a couple of plates, and I went and I put an Infowars.com sticker across the back. And I live in California, and I like to wear it kind of out and about. Like I like to go to the mall, like to go to the movie theater, maybe even do some shopping, go to 7-Eleven. And whenever I see somebody, they say, hey, what are you doing with that? That's illegal. I'm like, no, it's not. I can pull up the law right now.
Well, that's why open carry is so important, to teach all these people that a slave with body armor or guns is not illegal, as if a criminal wouldn't just show up shooting people. The fact that somebody openly with a gun is not a threat, they're the answer. That's very exciting. Anything else, Matthew?
Well, yeah,
I'm going to come back to you briefly. Stay with us. We'll be back. Bunch of news coming up as well. I'm Alex Jones, Infowars.com. Visit it while you still can. The month of February is all about Valentine's Day. Big heart-shaped boxes filled with delicious candy. What if we, the Patriots, hijacked Valentine's Day and instead made it about human liberty and individual empowerment? I'm all about human potential. I'm all about the individual being empowered. The establishment is the opposite. That's why they spike our water with fluoride, GMO, estrogen mimickers, and the rest of the garbage. InfoWars is striking back in the month of February with Human Empowerment Month. How we can come together and win the human race. And to celebrate the kickoff of Human Empowerment Month, we're slashing prices on InfoWarsLife.com products like Super Male and Super Female Vitality. The sale is only running for the month, 20% off, and there's a lot of other powerful specials at InfoWarsLife.com. InfoWarsLife.com, celebrating human potential in the month of February. Visit InfoWars.